Mixed media is the name of the game, and this is Mix It Up Monday, the one Monday of the month where we have a sketch from Tara who has chosen for us, and we have to incorporate some mixed media, and there you can see my layout. So I'm starting off with a white cardstock today, and this is a short video, people, because I have to apologize. The key part of laying out the diamond shape in the middle was just lost in the filming process. So I do apologize. So I'll have to talk it through as we look at it throughout the layout. But I'm starting off here with this stencil here from Kaiser Craft, and I'm using Scorched Timber. And the reason I've chosen this one is because it looks like speckles of sand, or, you know, the shell broken up in sand, or coral broken up in sand. And so I'm just putting that into the four corners as per the sketch, and that's going to be like the background of it. And that's because my photo is from Mystery Island when we're on the beach. And so I thought that's a perfect fit for the photo that I am going to scrap today. Now, as I said, I did lose some footage. I thought I had pressed play. Obviously, I had not, and I really do apologize for that, but you'll get the gist of it anyway. The key part was the mixed media, of course, and this is what I'm doing here. I'm now using another stencil here with the boughs, as you can see, and I'm doing it with the citron, what's it called? Twisted Citron from Ranger Inks, and it's Distress Oxide, so it's really bright. The pigment is fantastic. I love it, and it's very perfect for a tropical feeling layout. I am using Scrapbook Fantasies Sunny Days paper range for this one. I just felt that it was giving off the right vibe for the photo. So I'm just putting in the boughs there, just like they give the veins of a palm frond, if you can see. Well, if you use your imagination, you can draw in the palm frond around it. And then I have this floral, and I'm going to use a floral stencil, and it just comes up so beautifully over the top that it looks like it was actually made for the whole grouping of this stencil. And I do love how this has turned out. It actually surprised me at how pretty it came out in the end. I wasn't sure when I was starting what I was going to do with the mixed media, but I've done a lot of inking here. It's not the only mixed media I'm going to put onto the layout, but it is the main core part of it. Mixed media, of course, is anything that is not paper. Anything that is not paper is mixed media. So I'm using a few different things. Flat paper, you know, ephemera, fussy cutting, that's all just your normal paper ranges. It's what you add to it that makes the difference for mixed media. So there's my four corners there that I like, and this is where I'm adding in some Distress Spritz for some splatters, and I am using the shattered glass here, and I do love it. It gives that perfect sheen of blue that I need for the blues of Mystery Island, and that's it close up there. You can see how great that looks. I have this chipboard now, so I'm putting some more on here, and I'm putting some Distress Oxide on this one, and it is the peacock feathers that I'm starting with, and so that's how I'm starting down the title. Now the D obviously has come off from both of our day-to-day, but I have fortunately had them in a safe place where I didn't lose them. So I'm just going to glue them together and it'll be fine. And I'm adding in worn lipstick as the pink here that you can see on these chipboards, but also in that mixed media that I was doing earlier. Now that I've done that, I'm just going to blend it just a little bit more smoother so it's not a really harsh line across it. And I'm going to clean up my board, and that's how quick and easy it is with the marble board. I love, love, love the marble board. And that's what it looks like. All right, so here's where I lost my footage. So I went off screen and I added in the diamond shape there. It is two pieces of paper that I have cut out. And then I had the citron green cardstock, which I cut into 1/4 inch strips, and I lined all the squares like all the way around so you can see. So I then matted my photo with the green, and then I used the reverse of that orange and white stripe, and it's got that beautiful bluey weavy pattern there. Then I found this stuff. This is actually from the inside of a mail envelope. So I've been having it on my desk because I thought it was perfect for beachy themes, for that sort of stuff. It gives off that beachy vibe. So I thought this is perfect. And in the sketch, there's like a doily or something in behind the photo. So I thought this will fit nicely. So I'm cutting my own tag using the orange and white, which you can see in the border there. And I have cut that at 2.5. Then I cut the corners and I put in the hole. So that's my tag. Then I have loose thread sitting to the side. So I'm doing it in the 3 colors. I'm going with the orange, yellow, and the blue. And then I'm just going to tie that through that eyelet hole there. And then I will just loop it together and that will become my tag, and the hole is now dressed. You know, so it's really important to dress your tags. Now, I love this weave. It looks like, you know, like on a hammock. That's what I think it reminds me of, like you're laying on a hammock, the net of the hammock. It also picks up that a woven rattan in that paper. So it looks like that beachy woven mat stuff. So I love the feel that this is giving to the layout. And it just shows you that you don't have to you know, just always use scrapbooking papers as such. That is an upcycled piece of paper. So what I'm gluing down now is upcycled. I've taken it from a mail envelope and I'm now adding it to my layout, and look at how good it fits in. I did use chippy strips there to pop up my photo because I wanted it to have some depth. Look at that. That red behind is beautiful as well, but didn't suit the colours on the layout, so I chose not to go with the reds. Gone with the oranges and the pinks and the teals. And look at that. Look at Mystery Island. Isn't it just beautiful? Look at that water. That is real, people. That is not AI. That is a real photo. That is taken when we, well, the day we went, it was beautiful in the morning first thing. Then it became torrential rain. And then we went back to the ship for lunch. And then after lunch, it was sunny again. So we came back across to the island, and look at it. It was just stunning. It was so bright and brilliant with the colours, and I just love Mystery Island, and it didn't disappoint that day. And I just love how this is coming together and reflecting that tropical vibe. I also put a bit of that packaging stuff in behind the cluster at the bottom, and that's just tying it together. And I just like this whole beachy tropical vibe that's coming off this layout. I have got the fussy cut pieces from the fussy cut extra sheets that you get for sunny days, and they're the florals that are on my layout. That's giving that really, really bright tropical vibe with those flowers. They look beautiful. The hibiscus, they're amazing. Look at it. Isn't it just lovely? I love the big fronds, and I'm just loving how this is tucked in. And I've stuck pretty close to the sketch, but I made it my own in by putting in those the circle in behind the cluster here, and you know, just taking it a little bit differently to what was in the main part by matting all of my squares around. And I do love the effect. That green really just makes it pop. So I've got some more florals from the colour cuts from Sunny Days from Scrapbook Fantasies, and I'll have all the details down below. Go check them out. They have the colour cuts all the time. You can still get some of the Sunny Days collection if you hurry, and this is at the time of loading here. It really is a beautiful collection, particularly now that the Northern Hemisphere is going into summer. It really would be appropriate for you guys, you know, to be tapping into some homegrown True Blue Aussie product. Now, they do sell and send overseas as well. All right, so I'm just gluing down all of my pieces into my clusters. I love this, how it's come together. It does pick up all the colors. My costume there that you can see, my rashi on the top, it's got all the colors of the florals in it, and it allows for that whole connectedness to the layout. And that's always been a focus when I do my layouts, is looking at the colors in my photos to make sure that they are matching. So the finishing off part of this, I feel that the title is a bit flat, so I've got a clear drying translucent Nuvo, and I'm just going to trace over the top. You could use Dimension Magic. You can use any of those clear products that give you that clear finish when they dry, and that gives it a glossy feel as well. And I like that effect that it has on it when it is translucent and you see it at the end. You will see it in the close-ups. You did see it a little bit earlier in the video as well. It really does make a big difference by glossing them up. It also seals the colour into the chipboard and makes a big difference in storage and long-term colour. So I'm just going over the top of it to make sure that it's all covered, and then I'm also colouring in the little surfboard that is tucked into this cluster here, and that's balancing out the shine on the layout. And I do love colouring up my chipboard. You know, I think that it just adds to the whole layout if it's got colour on it, like it's supposed to be a part of it. All right, I'm going to add in my classic Nuvo Drops. You know I have to have my clusters of 3. So I'm putting them into the 3 strategic points to set up that visual triangle, and then your eye will naturally roam around the layout, capturing everything on it and settling on the photo. So that's it pretty much. Have a look at that. There's the mixed media up there. I've got inks, I've got splatters, I've got Nuvo Drops, and I've also upcycled here with some packaging material to create very beachy feeling layout. So what do you reckon, guys? Is it worth a thumbs up? If so, hit that thumbs up right now. You know you want to do it for me, and it lets YouTube know that you like my content, and it will push it out further with the more interaction. But the biggest thing is I really do need you to stay right through to the end and click on the next video, because that's what they call a click through, and YouTube is really looking for that on the videos to make sure that my audience really likes what I'm doing. So if you could do that for me right now, click on this video, I'd be really, really excited. Thanks for watching, everybody, and stay creative, and I'll see you next month with Mix It Up Monday. But here's the next video right now.